What up, y'all? I'm JT, Chef Tickles, the Alaskan Sniper. I'm here with your boy Chris Easy, Deuces -1, Chris Evans.
What up? What up?
We're joined here with our man, Big Daddy, the boy himself, Faraz Sani,
What it do, baby?
DB the Assassin, Sharp Knuckles. How's it going? And let's get into it. This is Hoop Session.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hoop Session. We're at episode 27. I'm rocking Chris's favorite player. Throwback to the Cavs, though, with Kyrie. We got some good stuff to talk about. We're going to go through our pick-em. I got a little one-on-one scenario that I want you guys to debate. Faraz, you're going to take us through the Knicks surge lately and a weird situation we got right now with the Jazz and the Suns leading the league with records. So we're going to go through all that, see what else we can talk shit about. But how you guys all doing? Chris, how you doing, bro?
Good, man. Just working on some videos, getting some work in. Still recovering from my bike and brewery tour, so things will be better today.
Good shit. DB, what's up with you, man?
That was like a week ago, man.
Bro, it's 10 breweries, man.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a
crap
lot.
here in the system.
That
It's
is
10
a
days
lot,
to
man.
recover.
Exactly.
Were you planning on hitting all 17?
We can only hit 15 because of what's it called? On Monday, there were only 15 open out of the 17. But ended up only going to 10 due to darkness and time constraints and fullness.
A mixture of it all.
And safety on bicycles. So we call it.
That's true. That's true.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
What about you, Faraz? What you been up to, man? Miss you, bro.
Miss you too, my man. I took yesterday and today off, man. I've been chilling, so I'm back at work tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow. I went
Yeah.
from missing you to instantly hating you, like just immediately.
Yo, DB, how many years was it that you lived with Faraz? Like 3 years?
3, yeah.
3 years, yeah.
Exactly.
Faraz,
Like 3. Yeah.
What about with you and Mikey and shit overseas? Like, how long did you live with them?
I lived with Mike for like 9 or 10 months, just under a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived with Chino for like 6 months,
Okay.
and then
Emerson,
Emerson
too.
like 4 months, 5 months.
Oh, okay. So DB's still by far the most.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah. Good shit. It's the end of an era, man. Chandler and Joey.
Oh,
It's
man.
an
It hurts,
dynamic.
bro. It hurts.
Dynasty has fallen, man. Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna pay for whose rent though. You know what I mean? Like who's gonna be supporting the other guy, like Chandler style. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're both
exactly.
Joey's right now, man.
Yeah. I was gonna say I shotty Joey, man.
Well, you got wiped up and moved up to the burbs. That's very Chandler.
That's very
Yeah, there
Chandler,
you go.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm still barely affording to live downtown. That's very Joey.
It's
Yeah,
not,
right.
It's not like that.
Good shit. Let's jump into our pick'em result since me and Chris are on a fucking roll.
Let's go.
So we chose Suns at Blazers. I believe that was like almost a week ago now. And me and Chris took the Suns. DB and Faraz took the Blazers. Suns won 127 to 121. So DB and Faraz still up there in the lead at
Still
6
number
and
one, baby.
5. Chris goes to 5 and 6, and I'm creeping, boys. I'm creeping. 4 and 7.
It's not bad.
Two
Not
games,
bad, man.
2 games back from first place after being like, I think, like 0 and 6 or something.
Yeah, I think you were like 1 and 6 at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were pretty far back there, man.
Yeah. But Booker, man, he played a good game that game. I don't know if you guys caught it or if you remember by now. It's like a week ago, but Booker, he's been rolling. We're going to get into the Suns later. The game I was looking at next will be for Sunday night coming up, and it's Lakers at Suns. So that's currently the 2-3 seed. Suns at home, right? They're the 2 seed. Probably still no AD, I'm assuming, but Faraz, what do you think, bro?
Suns.
Suns, I like it.
Yeah. Dude, last
I
time
don't
they
like
played, it looked like Chris Paul was trying to sun LeBron out. I liked it kind of.
Yeah.
Dude, I
is
swear to
funny.
God, it's like he I guess it's his friend. He goes extra hard against his friend, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well,
Yeah.
I think like almost like he knows like LeBron won't go as hard at him or something. Like he knows like he still owns LeBron's head somehow, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I think LeBron does still go hard as fuck, but I think Chris Paul knows how to get in his head. Yeah. I think Chris Paul.
No matter what, he's the older brother, right?
I think it's just like, he's just one of the only guys in the league that's like not fully intimidated by guarding or seeing LeBron play. You know what I mean? Like
Great point.
He's on like the same level ish. You know what I mean? Like they're both. Yeah, I mean, LeBron is obviously like way better than Chris Paul. It's not even close.
Yeah, of course.
But we all agree on that. But yeah, he's like the same level type of player. You know what I mean? So he's not the type to take shit from anyone, anyways. So
yeah, Suns, baby.
Lakers go with TV. Lakers. Okay. Swerve. Chris?
For sure.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers.
Oh, okay. So we have a chance here for us to make a. Well, you guys can assume I'm going to take the Lakers. But we have a chance for us to take sole ownership back of first place, or be in a three-way tie.
No,
DB would take sole place. Yeah. Okay.
And then why do you think I went with the Lakers, man?
Second.
Trying to take that number one spot, man.
It's got to split it sometime, right?
Yeah.
Good shit. So before I get into this one-on-one situation, I want to talk to you guys about. Faraz, you want to take us through the Knicks and the surge that they've been playing through?
Yeah, to be honest, I was just watching the Knicks Brooklyn game last night. Yeah, honestly, man, no, dude, it looks like they're just playing as a good team. It's crazy. Like Julius Randle's like playing like an all-star. I mean, he was an all-star and he's continued it. And he's like playing dominant basketball. That Emmanuel Quickly kid's looking nice.
Yeah.
And honestly, it looks like maybe Tom Thibodeau has really maybe like gotten through to this group, or like he's just showing that he's like a world-class coach. I don't know what's going on there, but I mean they're at 50. I think they're 20-20 right now, so it's not like they're like doing unbelievably well, but they're in the 7th seed.
Well, compared to before,
for
right?
the Knicks, for the Knicks, that's ridiculous, man.
They're
40
coming
games
out
into
and
the
like
season,
competing. Dude, they almost beat Brooklyn. They like. I
On
mean,
like
no
a
case.
weird call too, hey? At the end,
Exactly.
Like a tough call
on a very weird, on a very tough call at the end. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. They're looking good. The group. I mean, I don't think this team's like going to go for a deep run in the playoffs or anything, but they're looking like a nice team to watch, man. Who knows, man? Like maybe they'll give some teams some headaches.
The series Brooklyn versus New York with fans, because there will be fans allowed in both those stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be that would be an unreal series.
Yeah, see,
still a sweep though.
No, not a sweep. I don't think. I think Thibodeau will be smart enough to not get swept. And I think out of all the teams in the bottom 4 or whatever, the Knicks have the best chance to maybe Cinderella upset, Warriors upset the Nets. I think just the way they play
with KD or without KD.
Well, obviously, with whoever's playing in the playoffs.
Oh no, I'm saying like we don't know that, right? So are we assuming?
Who knows how KD's coming back though? KD's been injured for.
No. I'm asking a simple question: is KD in or KD not in?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well then, I don't know if New York and Brooklyn are going to meet. I don't know. We're making a prediction, so let's make the full prediction. Is KD in or is KD out?
Who knows? It depends. It doesn't matter on if I'm just saying it's going to be a great series, and New York will give them a run for their money, regardless if KD's in or out.
Oh my god! All right. Wow, we're starting it off with some bold fucking takes, man. I hope they meet in the playoffs, and I'll bet any amount of money on that, man. What do you mean by a good series?
I'm not saying they'll win. I'm saying they're out of the bottom 4 teams in the East, they'll give the Nets the best run for their money in the first round.
What does that mean? They'll get swept, or they'll win one game?
Of a Warriors of whatever year beating the Mavs 8-1 type of thing. Wow. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. I hope for that to happen, but I think the Knicks have the best chance.
See, I can't see that happening. The most I can see the Knicks potentially doing is instead of giving that top tier team the sweep that they want, they would make it a 5 or 6 game series instead and tire them out a little bit. Like I can see New York being that team, but I don't see any.
6 games is amazing still.
Okay, but think of
I'm going based on the first half of the season. Who knows, man? Maybe in the second, maybe in the next 25 games, they go 1-20 and they finish off garbage. Like they could.
Yeah.
But just off.
Think of
I can't see them beating any of the top tier teams. Like I can't see them actually beating anyone. Yeah.
Think of a 2-2 series going back to Brooklyn in the first round.
Why are we thinking of how did the 2-2 happen though? That's let's think of a 3.
Steal 2 games off the first 4.
let's think 3-0 series, man. Going back to Brooklyn, they're facing the sweep now, man.
No, I'm just saying a realistic situation could be a 2-2 series going back to Brooklyn, and then just picture how much pressure Brooklyn will have going back home to have to win that game 5 to not like potentially play in a game like series losing.
Yeah, but you're talking about Kevin Durant, who's a 3-time champ. Like, I don't think that's pressure to him. And I think the chances of that series being 2-2 going back to Brooklyn is like there's maybe like a 0.5% chance, like a 1% chance of it being 2-2.
So you're
like
saying
if they were to meet. Yeah, 1%. Yeah, 1%. Dude, there's a 1% chance for anything. There's a 0.1% chance.
I don't think Orlando or Atlanta or what's it called? Any other team in the bottom 4 of that Eastern Conference has a 1% chance. I think the Knicks do.
You can't say they have a 0% chance. Any team has a small fraction of a chance. Yeah, you can't rule it out. Fucked up things have happened.
The Knicks have the best out of the littlest percent.
We agree, man. The Knicks have the best low chance of winning. The best low chance. I agree with you, man. I like New York too. I really like Julius Randle. I really think they are a good team, but like there's levels, I think, and I just don't see that. No. Whatever. I just see differently on that one. But,
we just jumped like to the 10th degree, right? Like, yes, they potentially could give Brooklyn a hard series and still get swept. It could be, like 4-point games and they still get swept. There's no fucking chance they're beating Brooklyn. You say Faraz, everybody has a chance. Yeah, they have a 0.01% chance.
Yeah.
There's no fucking chance. Even if KD goes down, man, they still have Harden and Kyrie and Blake. 100%. Who knows what the fuck Blake's doing? Come on.
And in New York is a group of unproven young dudes.
They've never been to the playoffs, man. How many of them have?
Yeah, but a Knicks team with nothing to lose would be dangerous come playoff time.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Dude, I hope the Knicks face Brooklyn, beat Brooklyn. We're all just
that'd be fun.
We have to delete this one off of YouTube.
Dude, they sweep Brooklyn.
Julius Randle averages like 40, 15, and 15. Yeah.
He would have to.
Yeah.
He would have to. He would have to actually average like 45 to 50 points per game for them to do it. Legit.
That would be like obviously a potential 1-8 matchup. So we could see it. It's more than
it could happen.
It'd be cool. More than likely that we'll see it. Yeah,
it could happen. They'll take a game. I think they'll take one game at least. Yeah. That's it.
I think they take one game without Durant, 0 games with Durant. I think they got swept with Durant in it. I don't know.
It could happen.
I could see it being possible. Like they take one, and I think it's like the championship if they win 2. That's their chip.
Oh, 2 is nice.
If they get 2 off them,
dude, 6-game series is ridiculous. If they get 2 wins in the playoffs, that's like almost the same amount of wins as they had last year in the regular season. Like that's already. Come on, man. That's
exactly.
That's a big success for them. That's 6 games against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're looking good. It looks like James Bone's staying out of business. That's nice.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah, just can't get Ewing in there, but that's it.
Yeah, apparently, man.
Yeah. Jump over to the West, and the Jazz and the Suns leading the league there with the 2 best records right now. The Jazz playing Boston tonight and coming out with the win right before we jumped on here. Good game. I would love to see that. I don't know, somehow as a
NBA Finals, baby.
Finals matchup that I would probably never watch, but it's a good matchup. And the Suns as well. Like we've been saying, they're 1 game ahead of the Lakers right now, I believe. Just scrolling there. Yeah, they're 26-12 as of right now. So in that 2 spot, who wants to take us through either of those teams? Suns, Jazz, TB?
I haven't been watching enough to say anything, but I think you said that Gobert is number 10 in MVP voting right now.
Yeah, dude.
That hurts, man. That just like
it's
disrespectful to a lot of players.
It makes me question like my ability to like comprehend the game of basketball. Like, how is my opinion so skewed from like the rest of the people?
I don't know, man. I mean, he affects the game on the defensive end. He does.
Of course.
But he does nothing offensively, like legitimately nothing. And he's just like how could you be number 10 in MVP voting when you're literally not even like the number 3 best player on your team?
Exactly.
I don't get that.
He's not even the most valuable player on his own team. Exactly.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
But
they're doing well.
how cool would that team be exclusively without Gobert and just plug in any center? Let's say
put Embiid in there instead.
Yeah, but yeah, of course, because he actually is an MVP candidate. But imagine you put I don't know, who's like your average center.
Frank Kaminsky.
Don't disrespect Frank like that, man.
Yeah.
He's a average.
Yeah. Man does everything, man.
But imagine that,
Steven Adams.
all those. Yeah, there you go, Steven Adams. Imagine they had Steven Adams instead. That'd actually be a cool fucking team. Jordan Clarkson is straight killer, man. Gets buckets. It's probably going to be sixth man of the year, if not a favorite. Mike Conley is always an OG. He's dope. Donovan Mitchell's been killing it a lot. He's young. He's exciting.
I really like Donovan. Yeah.
Yeah. Feel whatever way you want about Joe Ingles, but aside from Rudy Gobert, they're a cool team. I like them. Their coach is
Quinn Snyder, coach of the year? Could be.
Looks like it.
Should be, yeah. He looks like a cool coach, too.
He looks like a co-player, too, a little bit, to be honest. Sorry, no offense. But, he's got that, doing a couple lines before the game kind of vibe, man. Yeah. I'm being dead serious. He's got that, Dark Knight kind of vibe to him. Yeah, his eyes, man.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Vinny Del Negro or Flip Saunders to me, the slick back hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Vinny. I like that. That was a good one. I like that guy, man.
Yeah.
That was dope.
But yeah, they're looking good, man. But I'm realistically not scared of them in the playoffs. I don't think they're getting past the Lakers. Clippers.
They could beat the Clippers just because they got Ingles and he could stop Paul George in his tracks, man. Ingles legitimately is Paul George's kryptonite.
He lives in his head rent free.
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know how. He knows. Dude, I think he fucked his wife or something. He knows he's done something. It's got to be something fucked up. Why is this one Australian dude is the only one that gets this guy's head?
And old ass Australian dude. It's not even Ben Simmons or something.
They're the same age. They're the same age. He just looks older.
No, but he came into the league. He was 29 or something.
Yeah.
Guys, he's just whispering sweet nothings in his ear. He
all the time,
knows, man. He just knows.
Or maybe just Paul George hates Aussies for some reason. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Joe Ingles is somebody you want on your team come playoff time, I think.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That mental game with the other team's best player who doesn't care if he gets an elbow to the face or gets fouled out or gets pushed to the ground. That's somebody you need or you want on your team if you come playoff time, regardless of where you are.
100%, man. He's a good player.
For sure.
He hits three.
For sure.
He's actually he's a decent playmaker. He's actually a decent player.
Yeah.
He is. He's just unathletic, right? Other than that. Yeah. But
That's
it's most guys are athletic and can shoot, but they can't handle or pass or he's just he's above 40% shooter, I think, from three. So
yeah.
How about the Suns? You guys been catching many Suns games? Frank Kaminsky already got thrown out there. Somehow this dude is still starting. Doesn't make sense.
Boss, man.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Dude, Chris Paul's keeping this guy's career alive, man. He's just spoon feeding him.
Yeah.
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 The team's looking good, man. Yeah, the team's just looking nice. They're looking exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker is just balling out. Chris Paul is leading the team. It's everybody. It looks like they've just all bought into the system, and everybody trusts Chris Paul to lead the way, which is nice to see. So, I mean, I personally never expected them to be a top 2 seed at this point.
Yeah.
I think early in my predictions, I had them in that between 6 to 8 seed range.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, this is amazing. They've gone way past what anyone expected of them so far.
For sure. But I still don't think they're a top 2 seed in my I know they are numbers wise, but I still don't see them as a top 2 seed. If I'm thinking about the top 2 contenders or whatever in the West, they're not the top in that conversation.
Yeah.
In my mind, I don't think they are.
Yeah, but I feel soon people, because I think they're beating good teams too. So I don't know if
Yeah.
soon we're gonna have to start considering that, or if it's still just like, you know what? No, come playoff time, the other team's just gonna step it up more. I don't know. Like that's what it's making me think about now. I'm like, like
You think
Yeah.
Phoenix should have made a bigger push for Blake Griffin to get him on
Who?
that team? Phoenix should have tried to get Blake Griffin to
No.
replace Kaminsky, and then they have more like star power, I guess you can say.
I just don't think. I don't know how Chris
Yeah.
Paul and Blake Griffin's relationship is.
They
or
don't
anything. I have
they
no
don't like
idea.
each other.
Yeah. I don't think,
I don't
that
think
would
they
ever
were
happen.
very good with each
And
other.
as
It's
much
like
as go ahead.
Well, Blake doesn't really fit into that, right? It's young guys, a bunch of scorers, right? Booker, and then Chris Paul's just like, the leader. So they're running, they're shooting a fuckload of threes. Like, yeah, Blake is shooting now, but like his athletic days are behind him, right? I think they'd rather have Jay Crowder in that small ball 4 spot with Ayton, right? They just start Kaminsky. He's not closing games, that's for sure. But like Jay Crowder, I think was a huge pickup like in the offseason for them. That was massive.
Yeah.
Because Miami's certainly missing him.
Sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I thought like a team like LA could use them too, right?
Yeah.
Crowder.
Realistically, anybody, right?
And-
There's
yeah,
always
yeah.
need one of those solid guys. He's been to the
3D.
finals last year. Yeah. Went to
3D
the
type
finals with
dudes for
Cleveland
sure.
and shit. Yeah, exactly. You need at least one or two super switchable, and he's a vet too. Yeah. So let me take you guys, let me throw out a little one-on-one action that you guys can debate. We did one a couple weeks ago. But yeah, why not try another one here? So I already brought up this dude's name a little bit as just a pure scorer and maybe a favorite for 6-man, Jordan Clarkson. Somebody a little bit longer, can defend a little bit better, not quite as good of a shooter to go up against Kyle Kuzma. So game to 11, 2s and 1s, possession all the way. And let's say, Clarkson's got the best record in the league, so he gets ball first. DB, what you think?
I just don't like Kuzma. I'm going Clarkson. I think he has way more moves to get to the rim. I think he could create his own a lot better. Like you said, he's a walking bucket right now. He reminds me a lot like J.R. Smith was like maybe like 6-7 years ago, like that in that kind of like space. But yeah, I just don't believe in Kuzma too much. So I don't know. He might be able to post him up, I guess. Kuzma's bigger. He's a bigger dude, but I'm gonna go with Clarkson.
Yeah, fair enough. Anybody disagree with that?
No, I completely agree with you, DB. I think Kuzma is not overrated, but very spoon-fed by LeBron's game. So he looks better. If you put Kuzma on a team on his own or with like another player who's not really like the LeBron James, you basically have Kuzma as like a role player. That's as best as he'll be. He'll never go into another team and be a superstar. Whereas Jordan Clarkson is showing that he's
how many Laker games are you watching?
Me?
Yeah.
Watched odd highlights here and there.
Okay, so you got to watch to talk about like how is he benefiting from LeBron spoon feeding him? They don't play together, man. Kuzma comes in at the end of the first quarter, and that's when LeBron sits, and so Kuzma usually runs with AD.
So Kuzma plays with the second stringers against second stringers.
Not necessarily. He runs with AD's group, and then Braun runs with the bench guys. It's Braun and all the bench guys, and then it's Kuzma with all the starters. And usually, like, it depends who's hot: KCP, Wes Matthews, etc.
Yeah, but AD's not a thing right now.
Okay, fine. Yeah, then it's Montrezl Harrell. It doesn't matter. The rotation's still the same.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
my only argument for Kuzma is the fact like he's like 6'10", and he's improved on his defense quite a bit. Yeah. Clarkson's obviously used to getting his shot up over anybody, and he's quite bouncy himself as well. He's probably what, 6'6", 6'7", maybe 6'6". Clarkson, yeah.
6'5", 6'6".
No, I think like 6'4". I was gonna say like 6'4", 6'5". Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not huge, right? So he's given up at least like 5 inches to Kuzma. But
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Is Kuzma the type of dude to be like, I'm gonna bully you? I don't see that out of Kuzma.
No.
I mean, I haven't been watching Kuzma this year that much, but every other year I've watched him, and every other year he's proven to me that he was the one that should have got traded, and not Ingram if they could have kept him, not fucking Hart if they could have kept him, and even Lonzo if they could have kept him. He was, I think, in my opinion, he was the worst out of the 4. That's just in my
At
opinion.
that time,
Straight up.
though, I think Josh Hart was probably the worst out of the four.
At that
Yeah.
time.
At
Yeah,
that time
yeah.
of the trade. But obviously, those guys in New Orleans got a bigger jump than Kuzma did staying in LA.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
point. Yeah, great point. Obviously, like you would have loved to keep BI, but I think New Orleans did
That
not
was
do that without.
Yeah.
You needed it to include that number 4 pick, and you needed BI for sure.
For sure. For sure.
Bro, after Kuzma airballed that free throw last night, it was Clarkson all the way, man.
He airballed the free throw last night?
Airballed a technical free throw. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, all the Golden State players were laughing at him. I'm like, man, he literally like walks up, like dribbles, just normal shot. I thought he like fucked it up or something, like it slipped out of his hand. He's like, no, fucking full on air ball, man.
Weird.
How does that happen, man?
Flashes to LeBron's face. I can just see, like he like pretends he's not choked, like looks away. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
LeBron's like, gonna give it to you in a sec, man.
LeBron can't talk though, man. When it comes to
although, yeah, I was gonna say LeBron can't. LeBron
be
should be the
nothing.
one taking it. Yeah.
LeBron was
Straight
looking
up.
away, man. He's like, whoops. Like, yeah, I don't understand that about LeBron either, though.
Yeah,
Like, why
wasn't that
is-
clip going around a couple days ago, like of Kyrie calling out LeBron? Like he went, same thing. Yeah, shot the technical or whatever, and he fucking missed it. And they're like, he's like, that's your best free throw shooter.
Yeah.
So savage.
So savage. I love it though.
Yeah. So JT,
Yeah,
you think Kuzma on that? And
No, I think I would still have to end up going with Clarkson, but I think Kuzma's defense on that is a little underrated, than you guys think. That's all I have to say. Like I think it might be a little closer than we would think.
I think a lot of my like dislike towards him is his character as a player as well. I think that's what like makes me like not. So maybe I'm not judging him that well, but like he just rubs me off as that like the definition of that new era type player.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I just don't see any
Rubs
like
you off,
grit
eh?
or grind in him really. So yeah.
No.
He rubs you off, eh?
Yeah. Sometimes he rubs me under the table. Sometimes he rubs me at night. Sometimes he rubs me when I close my eyes, man. But he's rubbing me always, man, in the wrong way.
But I feel like so many of these like one-on-one scenarios can go like either way. I feel like with just professional NBA players, like as one of them just has possession, it's like I feel like a lot of times it just won't miss. Like
Yeah, good point. Or
Like,
by the
it's
time
not
you touch the ball, you're down 0-8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, man, even though they're like so similar, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, good
Unless
point.
they're going like really, unless they're really going 100% at each other. Like,
Those days are long gone, though. Nobody's going 100% at each other anymore.
I mean, that's what we're assuming, right? So
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit. Yeah. So, Chris, how do you feel about that nice L you guys took today? You
I
watched
mean,
the
it was
game?
against the best team in the league, so I don't mind. And we competed.
And on a Sunday, right? And on a Sunday in the afternoon.
we wear our white alternate jerseys at home, and we should be wearing our standard home whites. I don't get why, but we'll see what happens. I'm just waiting for the trade deadline so we can get Harrison Barnes and John Collins. And we'll be fine.
Dude,
And John Collins.
Yo, Chris, I'm sorry, man. I love you, but what a sad day it is that, like, you guys went to talking about, acquiring like such superstars at the beginning of the year to now hoping to get Harrison Barnes.
Who?
You.
What superstar?
No, I'm not talking about just you in general, but everyone talking about Boston. Getting like Boston getting and then now they're talking about like maybe trading for Harrison Barnes. Like
Harden.
Nobody was
Harden
would go to Boston. Nobody
Blake.
wanted Boston. I didn't want him in Boston. I wasn't praying.
No, I'm not saying just I'm talking about just people in general that were talking about it.
Dude, I have ear to the ground on Boston.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Nobody wanted Harden in Boston.
Dude, if Harden walked in, they would instantly fire everyone on the court and be like, Harden, who would you like as your teammates? Like straight up, man.
Just like
if he graced them with his presence.
Harden. They didn't want Blake.
Yo, where JT at, man?
Maybe. Yeah. So JT's frozen.
JT's been looking at me in the wrong way for a little while now, man. Like, you staring at me, JT?
That's good shit. That's
Dude,
good
he's
shit.
been staring into my eyes, man. He follows me everywhere I go.
Thanks for stopping by to sesh with us. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your neighbor, tell your dog. Peace.